Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. How's the fam? Tell them I said hi, give them a hug from me. We're spreading the love here from the fancy fam. And if you're new and maybe you like what you see, please consider subscribing because we have tons of fun here on this channel talking about makeup and all things beauty. And today I am doing a get ready with me video, trying out a bunch of new products, and there are a couple of fails in this video and I was struggling a little bit and low-key wanted to scrap the video altogether because once something goes wrong, I'm just like, give it up, wash your face, let's go, okay? But I powered through because that's what we do, okay? We're champions here, we powered through. And I was able to save the look or rescue it a little bit. And I ended up trying out some really great products as well. So it's like a half and half video where you're gonna see some fails and some questionable products, but we do have some winners as well. So if you want to hear me talk about the new Smiley palettes from Urban Decay, as well as the new True Match foundation from L'Oreal, they sent these to me. The Urban Decay palettes were also sent to me in PR, which doesn't affect my thoughts at all, but these were sent to me. They sent me 3 shades. This is a new formulation of the True Match foundation and it now has a pump. So we're gonna test this out in this video. I also have the new Haus Labs blushes. We're gonna try out all of the shades that are available. 5 shades, we're gonna try them on my cheeks. That's what I'm wearing now. And a little sneaky sneak is this Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Bronzer. I talked mess about this bronzer, but I went in store today and checked out some of the various cream bronzer options that are available that just launched from like Tower 28, Milk Makeup, Patrick Ta, and Laura Mercier. And I ended up picking up the Laura Mercier one. So we're going to try this out in this video. And I also will show you swatches of those 3 other brands that I checked out in store because I did swatch them for you guys, even though I didn't pick them up. I also have the Lock-It Primer from KVD Beauty. Picked this up to try since I did pick up the foundation. And we're also using my NARS powder, which I don't think I've actually tried on camera for you guys. So lots of new products, great times to be had, and also a little bit of a struggle fest. So if you want to see me playing makeup and just chat with me while I get ready, then stay tuned and I will talk to you soon. Alright guys, so as usual, we're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. I already filled in my eyebrows and I applied my eyeshadow base to my lids, which is my MAC Lane Low Paint Pot. Under my brows, I have the usual NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. The shade I use is Caramel, who texted me hold. So as mentioned in the introduction, we're playing in new products and I have the new Smiley mini palettes from Urban Decay. And I was so excited when I saw these in the mail because they're so colorful, they're so pretty. And then I opened them and I was a little bit let down because they're neutral palettes. Like this palette is 4 neutrals and 2 pops of color, which I mean, actually, that's not a bad thing given Urban Decay's target audience at this point. They're trying to get the neutral lovers to try a little bit of color, which, you know what? There's a time and place, it's fine, and they're marketed to the masses, so it makes sense, right? And then we have this palette, which is a little bit more colorful with the purple and pink and then this like cranberry shade. But it's also very more on the neutral side. Like it's a very tame, colorful palette. But compared to the box, like look at the box for this and then look at the color story, right? It's a really muted, colorful color story. And while I'm not against that because I understand why, I'm just not as excited as I expected to be when I got these in the mail. But I decided that I'm gonna force myself to do something with this palette and have fun, you know, just work with it, see what you can accomplish with such a palette. And again, this is gonna appeal to the neutral lover that's leaning into a pop of color. So yeah, we're gonna do something. So let's go ahead and jump in. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Honestly, truly. You already saw the look. How did it look? Is it cute? Did we do something cute? I don't know yet. Let me pop in the swatches while I decide. So we have Naked Mucho Happy, which is the neutral palette with a pop of yellow and blue. So there are 3 mattes. The yellow is also a matte. We have a light vanilla matte and then a more beige tan with 2 bronzy coppery shades and a kind of aquamarine blue. The 2 bronzes are very similar though. They look like they could be the same shade and they're definitely more on the warm side. And then the next one is Chill Happy. This one is the pinky purpley color combination. And we have, again, a vanilla matte and a peachy matte. And then we have 4 shimmers. That champagne looks really nice. And then we have like a glaze of pink, a deeper shimmery purple, and a deeper, almost muted cranberry with a little bit of warmth to it. Not bad again, but I'm not very inspired. So let's start out with the Mucho Happy palette. And I'm going to grab the shade Blast to start out with. Let me zoom in a bit. Let's see how this goes. Now, I'm not expecting a lot because, as I said, I already swatched these. I'm not very inspired, but we'll make it work. Now, this shade Blast is a beigey tan, so it's gonna work as like a transition shade for me, or I could use it all over the lid. I'm just using a V5 blending brush from BH Cosmetics. Is BH Cosmetics still around? I know they got purchased by, was it Makeup Revolution that purchased them? Whatever, they filed for bankruptcy and I think Makeup Revolution is trying to resurrect the brand. Who knows? Makeup Revolution itself is a whole mess over there, so God knows what's happening. This shade is not very pigmented. It's giving me a wash of color, which again is fine. But if you're expecting like pow, you're not gonna get it. Should we try out the Chill Happy palette? Let me grab Modern Mystic. What do we think's gonna happen here? Oh, it's a little bit peachier. It's cuter. It's a little bit more punchy, but it's still like a light shade, all right? So what's going on with you guys? How are you guys doing? I don't know how I'm doing. I feel like I'm kind of borderline sick, like I have a little bit of a sore throat, but I've had this sore throat now for almost a week with no other symptoms. Like I don't have a fever, I don't have a cold, I don't have anything other than this little sore throat. And it's not like a really bad sore throat. It just feels a little bit grainy when I speak. You know, like I'm a little bit hoarse. You may hear it, but okay, that will do. I don't know where to go from here because there are no deep shades in the palettes. Let me grab the blue, which is Cyber Smile. And I have a Worker 2 brush from Sonia G. I'm gonna spritz it with my Smashbox Primer Water because this shade from the swatches does not pick up intensely. And even on the brush, it's not picking up too vibrantly. What the hell is this? Hold on now, let me reevaluate. I think I may have created a little bit of hard pan, so I had to go in and like dig the shadow out. Like, I don't know what happened. Is that user error? I don't know, but I'm going in with the smaller worker brush from Sonia G instead. I didn't dampen this brush, so let's see if that works fine. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I mean, I had to rough up the eyeshadow in the palette for it to pick up. And that's something that you can do to your own eyeshadows. I mean, we can always do that, but what happened? I don't understand how it got hard pan, like... Anyway, that is a pretty color. A lot of people would probably not want to put this all over the lid, but it shears out to like a little wash of that aquamarine shade. That's fine. It's cute. It will do. It will do, donkey. With that being said, let's go in with Brainwave from the Chill Happy palette. And I'm using the same brush and it picked up pretty well. Not at all giving me too much. I don't like this look. I feel like I'm low-key wasting my time doing this. I do feel like I am definitely like, yeah, I am wasting my energy on this look right now because it's not cute at all. Normally, I would scrap and wash my face and come back and film something else. But you know what? I'm gonna keep going, work with my failure, and just, you know, try to regroup. Let's put spritzer on the lid. Same worker brush again, and I'm just going to press that on the rest of the lid. Oh my god, this is, ooh, it's one of those really like shimmery shades that are loosely packed that I don't personally love. Now let me dampen the brush and try to smooth it out, because I don't like when shimmer particles look like they're just sitting there. Yeah, I don't love that for me. Oh my god, let me pack some more color on. Oh wow, no. So I'm going in between Parte and Spritzer, which are the two bronzy copper shades, and they actually mix pretty well together. Not having fun, but it's fine. We're gonna just kind of build over what we already did, because I'm working with it, right? Like, I'm not gonna just give up right away. Usually I would. Now let's grab Fire from the other palette. This one from the swatches was a little bit more intense, so I'm just gonna pop that next to these coppery bronzes to cover up that blue, because that blue is just a failure in the look altogether. It's not, you know, it's not giving what I need it to give. Now we already know that purple is not working out. And this is what I mean about sparkly shades that I don't like. Any eyeshadow formula that does this, I'm not the biggest fan of. I prefer a smooth shimmer versus this kind of, you know, sparkly shade. I'm looking into like newer products that I have because I want to test out a bunch of products. I don't want to just resort to old favorites right now. So I'm grabbing this palette from Glaminatrix. I went ahead and made an order and they finally arrived. This is the Glamorous palette. Very colorful, and it has this dark purple shade as well as this bright purple. So we have Regal and Curls. Is it Curls? Let's try them out, right? This is a great way to test them. So this shade is Regal, which is the brighter matte purple. Okay, let me find out. That picked up really, really well. I'm still gonna test these eyeshadows out to see if I think they're worth it. But this is the first time I'm actually using the formula on camera or off. I've swatched them, but I have not used the actual palettes. That purple is actually applying pretty nicely, and it's like fading out into this warmer pink, so it's blending with the pink that we have from the Urban Decay palette. Okay, there we go. I feel much better now. Okay, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more joyous. Let's grab Curls, which is that dark, dark purple, and create a little bit of depth and dimension. Okay now, feeling slightly redeemed, but the Urban Decay palettes, I don't know if you can already tell. I probably don't need to even wrap up with my thought about them, but I don't love them. That dark purple from this Glaminatrix palette is picking up pretty well. My whole thing is, even if the Glaminatrix palettes are superb, I wouldn't necessarily purchase from them again. unless they release like a bunch of palettes that I could order all at once, which is kind of what I did with this order. I ordered, I think, 3 palettes or 4 palettes from them, so it was worth it, you know? But their back order is so ridiculous, like months and months and months, that it wouldn't make sense for me to like purchase like a new release palette just because it's pretty. The shipping is expensive. It's coming from Australia, which I understand, but it's not worth it to me unless you're doing a bigger purchase. You know what I mean? All right, I feel much better now. I was able to create something a little bit cuter than I was doing before. I'm gonna go back into the Urban Decay palette and pick up the red shade again, which is Fire. They're very difficult to pick up on the brush, and then the impact isn't really there, and I'm going to dampen my brush and then put that next to the purple to kind of intensify the cranberry theme that we have going. Yeah, see, that is helping a little bit, but it's still not punchy, which again, somebody who is not looking for bold color may be okay with this, or if you have very pale skin, like this may work out for you because the colors will show up more on you. But for me, I'm not even like a really deep skin tone, so for these colors to just be giving me nothing, kind of a flop, kind of a flop. I wanted to use the yellow as a pop of color on the inner tear duct, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab the yellow, which is called Smiley, and a BK Beauty 209 brush, and pop it on the, ooh, see now, the yellow is kind of bold. Like, I did not expect the yellow to really pick up that intensely. And it would be the signature shade from the 2 palettes, right? It's Smiley. It's the namesake. It's fading out a little bit, but it actually picked up a lot better than I expected it to be fair. But it's still not picking up that great. Let me wipe my face off and we're gonna move on to the rest of the skin, because this right now is not my best look. I am not happy. I'm a little bit disappointed and I am fed up. So let's wipe that off. Oh my god. So I have fallout, an ugly eyeshadow look. It's fine. It's fine. And here's the thing. I was planning to film additional videos with this look on. It's not gonna happen now. Now I gotta just get rid of this whole thing because it's ugly. All right. Hopefully the other products are better. Fingers crossed. Oh my god. So I have the KVD Lock-It Pore-Refining Primer. I picked up the foundation, doing a review, but I picked up the foundation and they recommended the primer. Now I didn't do a wear test with the primer in the actual video that I'm doing, but I've tested it out with the primer, so I'll give my feedback. And now I'm gonna use the primer for another ooh, the lighting, hold! Oh my god, I love natural lighting for filming because I think it gives like a really great view of what the makeup looks like. But child, it betrays me around this time every day. Yeah, 2:30, I'm screwed. If I film any later than 2 o'clock, it's over for me because it just ruins everything. But this primer is supposed to be pore smoothing and filling. It does have dimethicone in it as the second ingredient. Then we have rice bran water, which is interesting. Never seen that before. Lentil fruit extract? What does that do? Soybean oil? All these ingredients are weird. What? Glycerin, smoothing, but it doesn't feel like a slippy silicone primer. So even though there's dimethicone in it, it doesn't feel slippy, which is a good thing, and it feels like it's already set on my skin. Now let's go in with the foundation, which is from L'Oreal. I know, okay? So this is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. This is like the OG foundation from L'Oreal, and I really haven't tapped into this since they released the Infallible line. which for me, the Infallible foundation, the powder, those are just better for my oily skin. Ooh, it's on sale now at Ulta. Come on now. So here's what happened. They reached out to me and sent me 3 of the shades of this foundation. So now it's available in 47 skin-like shades, buildable coverage, natural finish, and they have this new skin matching technology. So they've reformulated, for the first time, formulated with up to 6 pigments for your most precise match. So that's great to see. In the drugstore, 47 shades available. And the other thing is they've added a pump. So if you know the original True Match, they had the screw top, which is why I never got into it, because it was just too much for me to apply foundation. Unscrew it, pour it out. No, if it doesn't have a pump or if it's not a squeeze tube, I don't want anything to do with it. So now they added a pump, which is fantastic. It won't clog pores, no fragrance, no alcohol, and it is a vegan formula. All right now, L'Oreal, so they sent me a few shades. They sent me N6, N7, N8, and they asked me to try to match my shade. And I thought that N7 would be my shade, so that's why I had requested N6 and N8, just in case. So I think I swatched the shades, so I'll show you what the swatches look like. So I'm definitely N7. It's almost a spot-on match. So if you use me as a shade reference and you wanted a drugstore foundation, because you know, listen, these prices are going sky high and we need to find more affordable alternatives because, inflation prices, have you seen the prices? Oh my God, I meant to mention this. So look at this. See, it's almost like a spot on match. So these little naked palettes, the minis, 6 eyeshadows, right? It contains, let's see, 4.75 grams of product or 0.16 ounce. That's literally less than 0.03 ounce per eyeshadow. So they're small eyeshadows. Guess how much this now retails for? $33. $33. Do you remember when these first launched? I think they were, I'm thinking a price like $24, but I think I've seen them as much as $29. And even that price point for 6 eyeshadows was kind of steep, and now it's $33. $33, that is, no, that's not gonna work for me. Let me read what this foundation says on Ulta. So it locks in moisture and provides medium coverage with a natural finish that adapts to any skin color and texture. Again, we mentioned the 6 pigments for the most precise match. It's super blendable, so you can't tell where your foundation starts and your skin begins. Okay, so they're really driving home the true match, which I guess that's in the name, right? N7 is supposed to have a neutral undertone. I mean, obviously N. They also have cool undertones, olive undertones, and pinky undertones. The undertone in this is perfect, but I feel like it's a little bit too light. Maybe that's just... What do you think? I just feel like it's a little bit too light. But I'm going to use a new bronzer, so maybe that will help. But I'm going to, for just my sake, put a little bit of N8 in the mix, just to get it together. So obviously the N in the name, or the shade name, means neutral. It's just adding a little bit of depth. Okay. And I appreciate that they sent me those 3 shades so I could, you know, mix and see if I could get a better shade match. So right now, as it stands, I don't have a perfect shade match because I am neutral, right? The undertone is there, but I would need like a 7.5 because 8 is too dark and then 7 is a little bit too light. But because it's drugstore, which I never like to say this, but it's drugstore, so if I bought 2 shades, it wouldn't break the bank. But I shouldn't have to be mixing shades for a good match. I'm sure other people will now be able to find their shade match, and the shade range actually goes pretty deep. So I'm hoping it's more accessible for a wider range of people. But right now, I don't have a perfect match. It's very thin. It's maybe light medium as far as coverage goes. I wouldn't consider this like a solid heavy medium. You can definitely share it out, so it would make a great everyday foundation. And it has a very natural finish. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it a minute until I finish the rest of my skin to decide how I feel. But so far, it's okay. It's not my favorite. Okay, my hair is getting in the way. Oh, I got a Brazilian Botox treatment. So you may know, if you've been on my channel for a while, that I get Brazilian blowouts for my hair just to help with the drying time. I straighten my hair a lot, so I want to avoid heat damage. Well, I already have heat damage. Let's not even get into it. But I want to minimize heat damage as much as I can because my hair is bleached. And I did have some breakage at the front right here. You'll see my hair kind of broke off because I had it in braids and it's bleached. Again, the whole situation, right? And I wasn't taking really good care of my hair as far as treating it, deep condition and all that. So it was dry and it broke off. My fault, right? So I went and got the Brazilian treatment so I could minimize how much heat I'd put on my hair and allow my hair to kind of recover a bit. And I've been using different treatments to moisturize it, and it feels very soft now. It feels so soft. It feels very hydrated. I've been using Kerastase. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't even know how you pronounce that brand. So it's French. I cannot pronounce French words, okay? But in English, you can get away with saying it as Kerastase. So I have been using their shampoo and conditioner, their sulfate-free smoothing shampoo and conditioner. I will list it down below. And my hair feels so good. And they have this 8-hour leave-in mask treatment. You can leave it in or you can wash it out. That also helps to repair and restore your hair, because Olaplex, while it was doing okay, it wasn't doing the best as far as like repairing my hair. So the Kerastase, perfection, but it is expensive. It's extremely pricey. So only grab that if you really, really need like heavy duty treatment for your hair, which I really needed. So that's what's in my hair right now. And I love how it feels. It feels so soft. I'm in the first weeks of this treatment. So my hair, I need to wash it like every 2 days because it gets really oily. But that's fine. We'll work with it. It dries really quickly. And Brazilian Botox is different from the Brazilian blowout. They also have Brazilian keratin. So all these keratin treatments, they're different, but they're very similar. This one washes out, and the treatments that I've gotten before wash out. Somebody made a comment on my Brazilian blowout video that they got their hair done and 4 months later, it has not reverted and their roots are thick. And I'm like, my hair has always reverted. And someone from a Sephora that I go to, she follows me. She's like, Tina, I'm so happy you mentioned that Brazilian blowout because I went and got it done. And my curls are so much easier to manage now because my hair dries really fast. So it's like, I'm getting different feedback and I'm just like, I don't know what to think. But I don't know what treatment that person got. I just know what treatment I got. And mine reverts. And the Sephora associate, her hair is still curly, so I'm just like, I don't know. But here we are. All right, so I need a concealer. Let's go back to an old favorite. This is the Kosas Revealer Concealer. I love this little guy so much. And I have some acne scars that I need to cover up. So let me just put a bit there. And also over here. You know what I do have as well? I have this new camo color corrector from e.l.f. So they launched like a whole line of color correctors. Color correctors are apparently like making their way back. They were a big thing on YouTube back in the day. Color correcting, everybody was color correcting like. And now with the success of TikTok and beauty TikTok, people are like rediscovering things that we already used and went through. But I mean, everything goes in waves. So like the new generation, they're discovering color correctors now, and so the brands are following the trend and creating these color correctors. And e.l.f. is a great brand to create color correctors because they're a more affordable brand. So it's good to see that they have this available now in the drugstore. And they have this like super bright blue corrector, and I'm like, who's going to use that? And somebody had mentioned in my comments, she was like, actually, I use a blue color corrector like that to offset the color of my foundation. And I'm like, that makes sense. Okay, so blue is supposed to correct what? Yellow? So sallowness. So she uses the blue to balance out her foundation shade if it's too yellow. And I'm like, that is fantastic. Just like how a green will balance out redness, and it can also be used to correct like a pink foundation. And I'm like, thank you for like mentioning that, because I wasn't thinking that way. And once she said it, I was like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. And now Tarte is coming out with a color corrector collection that also has the blue shade in it, has yellow, orange, and green, of course, you know, those are the usual. Peach is for darkness, purple, and color correcting some blue. And then they also have a black and a white for mixing in. And again, that's gonna be for balancing out foundations, and it makes so much sense. This foundation feels very comfortable so far, but it's a very like, too natural of a glowy finish for me. It's not dewy at all, but it's too skincare-esque. Like, it looks like I just applied moisturizer, like a heavy dose, and my skin is very hydrated, which I don't like that look, but some people might. So it's a good little foundation so far from what I can tell. The finish is pretty. It looks good. I just built up some more around my mouth where I have that color corrector. It looks pretty. My pores are a little bit blurred, but I think that has to do with the primer. I don't like how it's necessarily settling into lines on my forehead. But other than that, it's pretty. It's pretty. It's a drugstore foundation. I have lower expectations, but it's okay. Comparing it to the NYX Blur foundation, the Bear With Me Blur, I love that. But I have oily skin. So if you have oily skin and you were looking for something that's going to wear really well, you can wear it every day, I would recommend the NYX one. But if you have more normal skin or dry skin, then this L'Oreal one may be one for you. It is very blendable. I agree with that. And you can probably find a great match because they have 47 shades. I don't personally have a perfect match, but it will do for now. And I mixed it in with another shade, and like I said, they're more affordable, so you can probably buy 2 shades, but I never want to suggest that as if it's the norm to mix shades, you know? But you never know, you might be able to find your match. I'm also trying out this tinted moisturizer bronzer from Laura Mercier, and I talk smack about this in a shopping blog video. I'll link it over here if you haven't checked it out. But this has really bad reviews on Sephora, and because of that, I wanted to try it out myself. Is that weird? I know it's weird. So here's the thing. I went to Sephora today, and I went to check out their various new cream bronzer options because, listen, all these brands are releasing cream and liquid bronzers because it's that season. It's usual, right? So we have a lot of complexion products and bronzers that are coming out. We have a lot of blushes as well. Not many eyeshadow palettes. So I saw the Patrick Ta new bronzer shades, the Tower 28, the Milk Makeup, and of course these from Laura Mercier. So I'll show you the Patrick Ta ones first. So there are 2 new shade options available. So we have She's Bronzed, which is like a tan shade. It's more for medium or light skin tones, definitely not for me. And then She's Defined, which is a richer, deeper shade. Now this formulation is a little bit more on the sheer side, so it's definitely light and buildable. And it's cute, you know. I think the She's Defined shade would work for me. if I blended it out very lightly, but the She's bronze shade kind of blends in with my skin. I also saw the new Milk Makeup contour sticks. Those are so itty bitty. They're so tiny for $24. Like, they're very expensive for what they are. And I swatched the 4 shades, and I don't know like what they're thinking with this shade range. I know they're expanding from the 2 shade options that they had available, but this ain't gonna work out. So the 2 lighter shades I think will work on lighter skin tones. They have very gray leaning undertones, which, I mean, if you're looking for that, definitely it's a contour stick after all, so cool. And then they have this deeper tan shade, which is nice. It actually has more of like a gray undertone while still retaining some of that caramelly warmth to it, which is interesting. And then the deepest shade, they jump from like that tan shade to like a really rich dark shade, and it looks like purple. And I know that's gonna work on some deeper skin tones, but you will have to tell me if you have a richer, deeper skin tone, what do you think of that shade? I like to see it. Like, I like that they have that option, but where's the step in between? They went really dark, but then there's no in between. And bronzer shades to me have to almost mimic foundation shades with their ranges. 5 shades are not gonna be enough at all. I think a comfortable shade range would be like 10 shades because you have various undertones and various depths of skin. I think brands need to come around a bit to offering more options for bronzers, because whatever they're doing right now doesn't really work. And bronzer shades are so tricky because if it's too orange or too red or too warm or too cool, it can look very bad on your skin tone. Like for me, if I use a red bronzer, it's gonna look crazy. But if it leans a little bit warmer, even if it's slightly orange, it works a little bit better. But if it's red or it's pink or if it's too gray, it's gonna be too obvious. So it's like, you know, it's a little bit weird. So then we also have the Tower 28 new bronzer shade, the Sculptinos. I saw 3 shades in store. So we have Broad, Getty, and Hammer. And wow, okay, first of all, I thought I was gonna try these out, which is why I went in store. I'm like, maybe I'll try these out. They're only $20. So I say only, like $20 is not still $20, but it's better than the other price points, right? And the shades are cute enough. I think they'll work pretty well. And it's a decent little thin formula, but I didn't want this. It felt too emollient on my skin, even though they said that it's a matte formula. I didn't like this, but I mean, there's some shades available. They're cute enough. They don't run very deep either, and neither do they go very light. So like I said, brands need to kind of work on those bronzer shades. I feel like that's something that's often missed. And I feel like we're becoming a little bit more aware of that now, because we want to wear a bronzer. So many people want a bronzing shade or a contour shade, and there aren't very great shade ranges out there. I know Fenty did a great range, but like other brands need to step it up. And then for the Laura Mercier ones, right, she did 4 shades as well. And these are $30. They're in this liquid squeeze tube packaging with a pinpoint applicator. And the 4 shades don't make sense again. There's this huge jump to this rich shade. And it's like, I see that you're trying to say you're including a deep rich shade, but like, what's the rhyme or reason? Because there's no medium shade. There's no shade for me, for instance, right? Which is fine, okay? I'm included in most shade ranges. So it's fine that I don't have a shade, but it's like, why would you make that huge jump? Just make 5 shades or 6 shades or 7 shades. I mean, ideally, I want to see 10 at minimum, but the shade ranges are weird, and this got really bad reviews at Sephora, right? So I swatched this out in store, and this one felt the best, okay? It dried down to more of a matte, which was better for me, and that's why I picked it up. I kind of want to witness the train wreck, and since it's already like a train wreck on my face right now, I'm just gonna go in with this. So I picked up the deepest shade, which is Sunspell number 6. So it's number 6, but they're 4 shades, so they must be expanded into more than that. They have to, right? Like, it seems counterintuitive to name it number 6, because it's not like you can go, oh, they're all even numbers, so it would be 2, 4, 6. So it'd be 0, 2, 4, 6? That don't make no sense. What's going on over there, Laura? Anyway, let's go ahead and use this. People said it dries really quickly, so they weren't able to like blend it out before it set down. And some people said it leaned orange, which it does look a little bit orange when you see the swatch. But like I said, an orangey shade works a little bit better for me than like a cool tone shade. I'm gonna use a Rare Beauty foundation brush for this and apply it to my hairline. I'm gonna move fast. They said it dries down, so I wanna blend it out before it dries down too quickly. And it's a tinted moisturizer bronzer, which makes no sense to me, but then it kinda does as well. It's weird because Laura Mercier is known for her tinted moisturizer, right? That was one of her viral products back in the day. So it's almost like she's saying, yeah, I'm using that tinted moisturizer formula and I'm instead transforming it into a bronzer. It's gonna be seamless on your skin. It's thin, so you don't have to worry about it caking up or being too heavy. Since a bronzer is a product that you layer over other products, at least that's the intention. So if you're gonna layer this up, you want it to be light. You don't want it to be heavy. I kind of like that on the hairline. For sure. Let's see the jawline. Maybe it's my blending that doesn't look too great. Let me try it on this side. It may be my blending or my brush, but like the formulation feels very nice. It's a very liquidy, like water weight formula, which means it's going to blend in really well with the skin. I actually kind of like that. I like how thin it is. I like how water weight it is. Dare I say that I actually like this a little bit? It's not my preferred application method with it being in a tube, but I feel like it's so seamless on my hairline. Like it blended in with my foundation without looking stark. On my jawline, I don't know. Like in my camera, it looks weird, but then in my mirror, it looks fine. Light adjustment. I swear to God, my lighting is always betraying me at this point, but hopefully that light adjustment will give us a better view of what the foundation and the bronzer looks like. I kind of like that. But with that being said, now, is this deep shade really going to work on deeper, richer skin? Because it works fine on me. I think you can build it up. I think you can build it up, but okay, not bad. Let's go in with some blushes because you know I got some blushes. Should I set my face first? Let me set my face because I didn't actually set my complexion down just yet. Going in with the NARS powder. This is the Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder in the shade High Tide. I just picked this. Well, I didn't just pick it up. I did a haul with this already, but I have not really used it because I have been testing out various foundations, so I haven't been using this powder just yet. So now is the perfect time. So let me set down that L'Oreal foundation, which, yeah, it needed to get set down because it was a little bit too glowy for me. This is a BK Beauty 105 brush. I love this brush for setting foundation because look how big it is. So I can just do like a quick, you know, dusting of powder. It's not gonna cake on powder, but it will set everything in place. And this powder from NARS, it's like a blotting powder. They do market it as a blotting powder, so it's gonna take away the shine and have my skin looking a little bit better. Okay, what shall we do next? You know what we're doing next. Stop playing. We're using the new Haus Labs blushes. So we have all 5 shades. All right, let me show you the swatches of these. These just launched, $38. Pricey as hell. Like, I don't understand. Like, Haus Labs, like, what? You know, very pricey, but some beautiful shades. But not all these shades are necessarily going to suit me because 2 of them are very light. So we have Pomelo Peach, which is cute. That's a nice cute play on words. It's a light peachy shade. And then we have Hibiscus Haze, which seems like a little bit more of a muted rose, but this should work. Yeah, it might work. So maybe the only one that's really light is Pomelo Beach. Let's try out Pomelo Beach to start out with. I kind of want to try all the shades on, but that's probably going to be impossible given that I have foundation on my skin. So how's that gonna work? Anyway, Pomelo Beach. Let's tap it on. So here's why I wanted to get these blushes. The highlighter formula and their bronzer formula is so good. Oh my god. They feel... Shut your mouth. It's like a very smooth, ultra fine powder that feels almost like a velvet, and it kind of blurs the skin and deposits this beautiful flush of color while almost looking like it's one with your skin. And am I tripping? Because I don't think I'm tripping, but it just melted into my skin like, hi, I'm available for purchase. Thank you so much. Like, and this color, this peach, I was about to say it's too light, but look at how natural that looks on my skin. It's just like a natural flush of color. Let me run out and go to Target. You know, it's one of those just every day. I just want a touch of color to my skin, but I don't want to overdo it. I don't want it to look like I'm wearing blush. That is pretty. It's very light, but it's pretty, like nothing. A little flush of color. Nothing crazy, you know, nothing too intense. I like that. All right, let's try the Hibiscus Haze, which is this rosy tone. This one, oof. All right, this brush is from Sydney Grace. It is their, I think it's their 04 brush. There are no numbers on the brush. I'd actually written the number on the ferrule hoping it would stay, but I've used this brush so much that it rubbed off. But I think it's the number 4 face brush. Oh gosh. Okay, so this color is also very light, which these were the two shades that I said would be the lightest. But look, it kind of gives that little flush of color similar to the peach shade, but this one's a little bit more on the berry side, that like rosy side. That color is cute too. These are gonna be blushes that I would pick up for like an everyday wear, you know, again, when I just want a flush of color. That is very like clean girl makeup, you know, like that light, fresh color. All right, now we have poppy shades as well because, child, let me show you. Bam, this pink, this is a Dragon Fruit Days. And then bam, look at this red. This is Watermelon Bliss. And then boom, a berry shade. So this is Acai Sky. This pink shade is like that bubblegum pink that has become very popular. I'm gonna layer shades, okay? Do we think I should try, let me try to buff it out a little bit, kind of dust it away so I can try multiple shades. I'm not gonna reapply my foundation, but yeah, that faded it enough. So let's go in with the pink shade, which is like one of the viral colors of the season. Okay, I think it was all because of a Dior blush. That shade is not for me. That really light Dior pastel pink, that bubblegum pink. It's cute for the lighter skin girlies, but due to, me of color to my skin and me have melanin, that pastel kind of blush will look a little bit too ashy because it has more white base to it. House Labs said, oh, you want that pink? We got it. And it's gonna work on your darker, richer skin tone. Ma'am, this I think would look so good on a darker skin tone because it's just gonna give that little, you know, a little pop of pink. It's like, I am healthy and I am blushing and I am fruitful, like I'm ovulating. That's what this is giving me. And it's still subtle enough once I blend it out. Cute, cute. Okay, so far so good. I am so happy I got all of these. I reached out to Haus Labs. I slid in the DMs of a contact that had already reached out to me before and sent me products. And I was like, yay, you know, just seeing if you would send me these, and no response. Not to fret, I'ma still get it because I want it, right? So I did go ahead and just pick them up myself. But they're very pricey. Like $38 is a lot, ma'am. It's a lot. Oh, it's a lot for a blush. Like, come on now. For a powder, I don't know, man. I would feel more comfortable with like $34, maybe $35, even pushing it to $36. But $38, oh my God, it's so much. But do I have any regrets? Does it look like I have regrets? Does it look like I have regrets? Because I have none. This color is so pretty. And like I said, they kind of just smooth onto the skin. Like they give this color, this pop, this, it's pretty. I like that color too. Which one was that one? Watermelon Bliss, bitch. That is not as intense as you might think, but I'm sure you can build it up. Should I show you how you can build it up? Cause you can. With your skin tones, come get your girl, cause ma'am, and look how easily they blend out. Like, hi, I'm here, thanks so much. I'm like overwhelmed with blush right now, so let me just buff my little face out here because we're gonna put on the berry blush as well because we're trying out all the shades. All right, let's grab her. Acai Sky. That's my favorite name. Acai Sky. That's cute. It's cute. Things get me, okay? The packaging. Look at this. It's mirrored silver packaging. Fingerprint prone, but like beautiful. This is the same as the highlighter and bronzer packaging, but just in a different shade. So the bronzers are in like a bronzy packaging, and they have a little rubberized front. These are nice, right? And then the highlighters are this opalescent white. Come the frick on. And now the blushes are silver. They're all cute, and there's a mirror, the Haus Labs logo. Like the whole thing is really well done. Like it's cute. I don't feel bad. Well, that bad. I feel bad, but not that bad about the price point. When I buy them, I'm like, ow. But then when I get the package and then the product and I apply it and it's so pretty, I'm like, okay, $38, who needed to eat today, you know? You know, who needed lunch? Like, it's fine. I could eat some crackers. That's an intense little shade. It's a little bruisey on me because it has like a little bit more of that fuchsia purple. But that's fine. You know, I'll make it work. But that's a pretty shade too. It's like a red with a little bit of that purple. It's a lot on this side. It's a lot. But it's cute. Like the color. What is going on? Let me buff it back because, you know, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. But the colors, the formula. Oh my God. I am in love right now. I am so in love. Oh God. Oh God. All right. Let me go ahead and get some mascara on these eyes. And yeah, maybe some lashes because this eyeshadow look is crap. Okay. And then we'll come back. I don't have a new lip. So we're just gonna come back and figure it out. I'll be back. Okay, so I am back, okay? And I changed into, oh my God, this is a new denim dress that I got from Guess. Let me show you what it looks like, all right? Oh my God, look at the boobs. How big do my boobs look? This is a push-up bra. My boobs aren't that big. All right, but look. What? It's so cute. It's kind of pricey, like not what I really want to pay for a denim dress, but it's so cute. It has the little belt, right? And you can shift it over, and it's a full zipper, right? So I can zip it all the way down. Easy access, don't mind me. And little pockets, right? It's cute. And then look at the booty, look at the booty, look at the booty, look at the booty. Like, come on, like, don't play with me. This is really cute. And I wear a push-up bra because the cleavage looks fantastic in this dress. Stop, okay? And then it has a little cup. All right, I'm doing it. And then my jewelry, here's the thing. Look at these pieces. All right, so I have the little bracelet. This is from Luisa, all right? I have like 4 of these. And then I found the matching little ring from Oma the Label at Macy's, right? They're not like exact, but pretty close. And then the necklace. So the necklace is also from Oma the Label. It's a black owned brand at Macy's, right? So the ring matches the necklace. And then I so happen to have had the bracelet from Luisa. Y'all, I'm in my cute little outfit. Like, I'm gonna take it off in a minute, but I am so going to wear this somewhere. This is really cute. Anyway, earrings also from Guess, okay? So here's the thing. The lips, I'm going to just do something very simple. A product that I haven't used on camera yet, but very excited about. This is from About Face. So these are their lip color butters. And I have two shades that I'm thinking one of these should work. So we have, which one is this? Peach Punisher. This might be the go, or we have Cherry Pick. I kind of want to do Cherry Pick just because it's like a fun, summer color, and it's warming up even though it's still winter. People are experiencing really warm weather in the places that should be having snow right now because it's February. Like, are you serious? But New York was like having 60+ degree weather. Like, are you serious? So these little lip butters are perfect for this weather. It's nice and warm. It's already warm in Florida. We have temperatures in the 80s pretty much all day. In the nights, it's a little bit cooler. Does my face look too dark? Now that I'm looking at it, my face looks a little bit too dark. So maybe that shade of the foundation was fine without having to deepen it up. But this color, it's really cute. Like, it's like a fun little pop of, yeah, like it's a fun pop. So we're gonna go with that. But here you have it. Wait. Here is the final look. And we can go through the products really quickly because I have thoughts, all right? The foundation. I do like the finish of it. It looks really natural. It was an easy foundation to apply and blend out. Let me see what my forehead looks like now. Still settles a little bit into some lines in my forehead, but around the mouth, it's fine. This lip gloss getting all up in my creases, child. So it looks fine. I like it. And then the powder from NARS, I really like this because it mattifies really well without looking cakey. My skin looks really good, like matte, blotted, perfect. So love the powder from NARS. Like the L'Oreal foundation enough. I think it's a decent little match. Again, it's at the drugstore, so if you can find a good shade, it may be something to try out. I do prefer the NYX foundation, but that range has less shades, and this one is going to be suited more for normal skin, dry skin, and even combination skin. The NYX one is definitely for combination and oily skin. Dry skin, you may not like it because it is definitely matte. And what else did we try? Oh, the eyeshadow palettes. I don't like these at all, and I wanted to. The look that I created, I was able to save it, but not because of these palettes, right? These palettes, I think, are gonna be more suited for really light skin. And if you like a sparkly eyeshadow, which I don't. I like a smooth shimmer. I don't like a flaky shimmer. This is not for me. I don't love these. I appreciate that Urban Decay did send them my way though. I have been off their PR list for so long, but every now and then they'll send me an offer. So I appreciate it, but I don't like these at all. And $33? Child, what? No. I thought it was a cute concept. I like the idea. Like, the packaging is ultra cute, right? Everything about the packaging is cute, but then inside the shades just, they don't really work that well, and they don't have like deepening shades, and then the application. All around, not impressed, not in love. I could pass on those, so skip. The little tinted moisturizer bronzer. Pleasantly surprised, okay? I did not expect to like this. I was low-key getting this because I wanted to see if the people were right on Sephora about how horrible this is. And this one was the one that swatched the best in store. And so I wanted to try it, and it actually worked out pretty well. I would prefer if it was in a doe foot kind of packaging, but I know formula-wise, maybe the squeeze tube was just a better delivery method. But I do like it. I will continue to use it. It's very thin. It kind of blends in really seamlessly. It looks good on the skin. It didn't dry down as quickly as people said, but maybe it does, but people just work slower than I do. It blended out like I would expect it to, so it was fine for me. I actually really like it, so lo and behold, I made fun of it and I actually ended up liking it. The blushes. Do I need to say anything more than, oh my god, I'm so in love. I love these so much. They're so good. They met and exceeded my expectations. This is what I expected, all right? The only thing that I would say I want from this line is an orange blush. The peach was cute. Can we get an orange? That would be right up my alley. Like a strawberry orange. Like nothing too crazy, but I want an orange. Like, and some nudes. Stop, like, you guys. Expand that shade range. It's such a stellar formula. Expensive, but oh my god, so worth it. Pick up one shade. Pick up one shade. Treat yourself, okay? I love those blushes so much. They apply really well. They kind of smooth over the skin. They were a delight to work with. They blend out really well, so you can build them up or you can share them out depending on what level of intensity you need for your skin tone. But I mean, chef's kiss, amazing. They look so seamless again on the skin. They kind of just merge, you know, just yes, I love them so much. What else did we use? Anything else new? I think that's it, apart from the lip product. Oh, we did use the KVD primer, which I think is really nice. It did help to like smooth out my pores, and I think they said that over time it's supposed to help your skin as well, so it has skincare benefits. But overall, this primer, it's really nice. Like, it helped definitely to fill in pores, and the application of my foundation over it, spot on. It's not like a silicone slippy primer, even though it's a silicone formula. So really like that. We also tried out, you know what we tried out? The corrector from e.l.f. I actually tried the orange one, but I also have the peach one because I feel like I can mix the two because the orange is rich. But that did a good job of canceling out my darkness. I like that as well, and it's $4 at most drugstores, but if you go to like CVS or Walgreens, you might have to pay $5 because they hiked the price up, but it's like $4 at Ulta if you can get it there. Stunning. I love it, actually. And then the About Face. I love these little lip butters. I love the smell of them. They have this fruity fresh scent, like a passion fruit. Definitely love these, like a mango passion fruit, similar to like that YSL scent. You know, that YSL lip scent. Really nice. So, overall, the eyeshadow failed me. The foundation wasn't stellar, but like everything else worked out pretty well. So I'm very happy with all the other products except the eye look. And with the lashes and like the added depth from the Glaminatrix palette, it actually helped out quite a lot. I am not going to say anything about the Glaminatrix palette until I try it out more, but overall, not my favorite look, but my skin and my lips look great, so we're just going to go with it. So hopefully this video was fun for you guys. I almost scrapped it, but I think sometimes you need to see the failure products and actually see me try to save them myself, because you might run into this issue with your own makeup application. You're like, what can I do? Sometimes you just need to run with it and do your best, okay? We're all trying to do our best. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing my struggle and enjoyed seeing these new products that I'm trying out. I will leave a list of all these products down in the description box along with links on where you can pick them up. If there's an asterisk next to any of those links, that indicates that it is an affiliate link, which means I will get a small sales commission if you make a purchase through any of those links. It's a great way to show your support for the channel because it doesn't change the sale price. It just gives me a kickback for you using my links. I also have like generic affiliate links down below to various different websites, as well as discount codes to some indie brands that I personally love. So definitely check below. And I have channel memberships. I have a couple of members, so thank you guys for subscribing. It is just a tip jar. I don't have any like special features for members, but if you felt like just giving back to the channel, feel free to join my membership or leave me a super thanks on this video. And look at my hair, guys. I'm telling you, the little treatment that I did, I finally found a hairdresser and I'm so happy. Now for my Botox though, I need to find someone, or I'm going to go to New York in March and get it done by my regular person because I love them so much. They did such a great job. I did get Botox done here before, but it's just like going to a Botox bar. It was supposed to be like a plastic surgeon facility, which is what I gravitate towards, because to me, they have the trained professionals there, the estheticians and all these people to do the Botox really well and like really check your face and see where the creases are and like map out where they're gonna inject. No, this woman literally just injected me like she would any other random person that came off the street saying that they needed Botox between their brows. She didn't ask me to frown. She didn't map out anything. She just injected. Flop. Definitely don't recommend. Never going to her again. So I need a good Botox person in Florida and I don't mind paying for it. If not, I'm gonna be in New York getting my Botox done by my person. Anyway, why am I talking about this? I don't know. But I'll leave links to my Instagram and Twitter where you should be following me along. These are the random conversations that I have with you guys, which is really having them with myself. But on to my next video, which will be very soon. I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.